Hello everyone. Now, for PSHE today, we're going to be talking about one of my most favourite things to do in the whole wide world, which is sleep. One of my favourite things to do is sleep. I absolutely love going to bed. I always struggle to get up in the morning, even though I go to bed super early, because I just love sleeping. And today we're going to be talking about why sleep is so important to us. And then you're going to have a go at the activity afterwards where you write down some of the things you need for a good night's sleep and a good rest and how to prepare for bedtime. So we are going to be thinking about some of the reasons sleep is important. Now, when you go to sleep, it helps you to conserve, to keep your energy for the next day. So sometimes you might have had a really bad night's sleep, or you might have maybe you've been to a wedding or something before and you've got back late and you've had to wake up, or you've been on a plane and you sleep badly and the next day you feel really tired. That's because in our sleep, that's when we get all our energy for the next day, which means we can run around, we can go to school, we can see our friends, we can go to the park because we've had a good rest. So rest is really important for making sure you have energy the next day. Another really important thing to know about when we sleep is that your body keeps working, so that your breathing will keep going and your blood will keep going around your body. So your body will be working all through the night. And another important part that stays working is your brain, which is super important because when you go to sleep, you might have some dreams. I love dreaming. But sometimes dreams can be a bit scary as well. But when you're dreaming at night, that's your brain sorting out lots of information. So, say all through the day, let's pretend let's think you're at home at the moment. So through the day you might talk to all of your family, you might do some schoolwork, go for a walk, maybe have a play in the garden, maybe have a few things to eat. So you do lots of things in one day. So when you go to sleep, your body decides your brain decides what things it wants to remember. And it is very shocking to hear that because of how much sleep we need a night, every person will spend a third of their life sleeping. So a third looks a bit like this. So say we've got a triangle. It's if you cut it into 3 parts. So it would look a bit like this. So you'd spend all that time sleeping and all that time awake. That's about a third of your life. Now, when we start to think about why sleep is important, it's not only important to have lots of sleep a night. So when you're little, you're growing more. So I'm not growing as much as you, so I probably need about 8 or 9 hours sleep a night. But you're growing loads, so you need between 10 and 12. That's nearly half of your day. And that doesn't mean to say, oh, I'll go to bed really late and then I'll get up super late the next day, because you have a clock inside your body, not one that you could take out and put as a watch, but your body knows what time it is. So you need to and one of the most important things that tells your body what time it is when the sun is out and it is light. So it is very important, maybe even more so in winter because we have so much dark at night. It's really important that you are awake when the sun is out. And that means going to bed nice and early so you can be awake for the whole day, because the sun gives you lots of energy. Even if it's a cold day, the sun is there, and it's really, really important that you're up nice and early, okay? And then when it gets dark, our body, our brain, naturally starts to get a bit more tired. So that's why it's so important to keep getting up early. And I know that might be a bit hard sometimes when you're not at school, but it's really important that you go to bed at a good time and wake up nice and early. So for your activity, you're going to be thinking about things that you can do to help you to sleep and have a good bedtime routine. So when I go to bed, I have a very set routine. So when I'm at home, about 1 hour before I go to bed, I don't look at any screens, not a telly, not a phone, not a computer. So I stop looking at screens, because screens are really bright, so it makes your eyes sore. And I like to have a bath or a shower and go to bed and do some reading. I love a bedtime story. And I relax for a while before, because we'd never just go for a run and then go to bed, because we'd have too much energy, we'd be moving around too much. So I like to relax and do some breathing to help me sleep. So you can think of other things that you might like to do to help you sleep. Like, do you have your big light on or a little light? What makes you feel relaxed and ready to sleep? We look forward to seeing your answers.